Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं आपसे इस वक्त 3-4 बातें करूंगा और वो इसलिए कर रहा हूं कि एक कमिटमेंट भी है, दूसरी जगह भी बिजनेस डिनर है और उसकी जर्नी यहाँ से 1 घंटे की अभी। मगर मैंने बातें करनी और आपसे काम की करनी और मैं अगर चाहूंगा आप अटेंशन दीजिएगा उनको। सबसे पहले I'd like to thank Ijaz Saab, a very noble gentleman who has created this book called CEO of Pakistan. Very comprehensive, gives you tremendous information of all those very successful entrepreneurs in Pakistan engaged in various different fields. So itself gives a lot of information to us. What are those fields? What are those areas in which they have excelled? I have also suggested to him that he should now do a book on CEOs of UK and Europe, which he has very wisely said, I'm going to call the book called Unknown Heroes. Gentlemen, very briefly first let me tell you a little about Pakistan, which you all have been reading or not reading, but indicators are not good. We were going through a tough period. A lot of policies of the Prime Minister towards the reform were considered harsh, were hitting the common people, but they were necessary. They had to be taken. We all live in England, and you will remember, like as I do, there was a time when Margaret Thatcher came into power here. Do you realize, do you understand at what stage we were standing in Europe at that time? We were absolutely at the bottom, neck to neck with Italy. That's what our status was. And she was opposed by Arthur Scargill, President of the Miners' Union, the strongest union in this country, who was demonstrating outside on the streets, and there was a rumor, strong rumor, that Margaret Thatcher will not last, the Conservative government will fall. But she stood to her reforms, she stood to her drastic policies, resulting England coming on the map once again on the world and amongst the leaders of Europe. And that is what Imran Khan is doing. We accuse him of U-turns. Yes, he has taken U-turns. You call it U-turns. And the other polite way of calling it is the necessity has made him to change the course according to the need. It will fall apart. So what we expected our Prime Minister to do when he inherited the treasury of Pakistan as a Prime Minister, he found out that the steel wars which were in the exchequer, which is State Bank of Pakistan, had deep holes in it. Forget about any foreign exchange line in there, there was nothing, there were deep holes in there. Not only he had a task of repairing those holes, and he had a further task of running the economy also, feeding the poor people also. Touch wood, alhamdulillah, we are on the right track and economy is going well. And inshallah, you will carry on hearing more and more good news coming out of Pakistan. Now there's one more important thing I'd like to mention here. And this I will address to the High Commissioner. You see, I'm in the government now, so I can't come outside the embassy and protest. But half of my life in this country I've spent by protesting outside this very embassy that I'm standing and talking in. And mind you, those High Commissioners who were here were very close friends of mine. But we were close friends otherwise in the evening. But on a matter of principle, I protested, standing for the rights of the people. Who are we? We are overseas Pakistanis. What do? We send money to Pakistan. Only the other day, Prime Minister talked about it, remittances going up. How much money we send? We send a lot of money. There are 1.7 million Pakistanis living here in the UK. There are 1.5 in Europe. And we're talking about billions of pounds. It was very knowledgeable for me. I listened to him very carefully. But then I tend to forget what all the figures that he said, he mentioned. No, I will propose in the High Commission, we should have a very large trade and investment office in which we should have the catalogs, the samples of the products, name of the manufacturers from Pakistan, everything that one desires, that we like to find out, that we like to know about, should be in that trade and investment room. On the spot right there, without asking, it's all on display. Invite buyers to that room. Hold high tea in that room. Invite business people, make them interact. I attend 3 events, 4 events, 2 events, 3, whatever, all day long. Because every one of us has to put in our input in going forward. Those old bureaucratic days are gone. When the file will move, it will go to the foreign secretary will take it to the foreign minister, then it will come back to section officer, then it will come back downstairs, and by the time the government is gone, and the new government has come. No, we got to be very, very aggressive. And that's the only way we can do anything. Because unfortunately, if we do not have that information available 24 hours a year that we have access to, I think there will be a big barrier. And lastly, my friends, I get phone calls from most of you and others who are not present here all day long. Somebody's complaining of something, somebody's complaining of something. My message is one now. Please stop asking what Pakistan can do for you. Ask yourself, what can you do for Pakistan? We had enough of that. Will Pakistan give us this? Will Pakistan give us that? Will Pakistan provide us this? Will Pakistan provide us that? No. Please come to me, come to the High Commission with written, proper proposals showing your positive interest. My doors are open to you 24 hours. Ring me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Try me once. If I don't respond to you politely, don't call me again. But do it. That's the way we got to do it. And if we don't do it that way, we are so behind that we are not going to catch up in the race. If you're going to catch up in the race, we all got to be very, very aggressive. So now, I think there are many speakers sitting here who would like to interact with you, talk with you. It has been my great pleasure meeting so many friends, and I will take your leave. Thank you very much indeed.